We are live. It is 2:04 Central Standard Time in the United States, 8:04 BST in the UK. This is the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe.
Hey.
Coming to you live. This 21st day of September 20. Download the show later and post it on the RSS feeds and all the other places you can get. You can download it and share it with your friends and, sit on here for an hour if you're driving in traffic and you want to really annoy your next door neighbor and he's driving you crazy and you really want to do something that's kind of low grade annoying. Just put this on a little Bluetooth speaker, put it out on your deck and just let it play, especially if you're in the UK, right? Because then they're going to hear my voice and go like, this American's daft, right? Or he's going to think I'm an idiot. I'm going to think I'm a wanker. It's going to be great. So do that or just listen. That'd be cool too. So doesn't matter. It moves the needle if it gets downloaded, if you're just annoying neighbors or friends, right? Or you're actually listening because you really care to listen to us, which is probably less likely. Do that. We appreciate you. And we see people in chat. Jimmy's in here. We got Andrew. All the great folks are going to start swinging in. So I guess, Joe, let's get started. You got your iPhone, right?
Yeah.
You got the orange. The orange is cool. I like the color. Color's cool.
Yeah, the color's great. But I mean, look, I'm not an Apple guy. I haven't done much testing yet, but let's put it this way: I'm not going to be moving to the dark side anytime soon. That's for sure. Liquid glass, though, I don't mind it. Actually, it's all right. It's
So on your screen, what is that for people that I haven't really figured out what it is? I haven't seen any demos. So it's just like when the notification panel or settings panel, you can kind of see through it like a frosted shower window.
See, that's clear looking. The blur.
Well,
turn the blur off. Yeah, that's
okay. There you go.
But yeah, it's not bad. It's
okay.
Like clear elements. And like the lock screen when you put your code in. As a clear elements as well. It's not coming up now. Typical. There we are. So that.
Oh, like the buttons are clear. You can see. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's good. That's nice.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not consistent. Always, so it switches up, and it's. I mean, I haven't played with it enough yet, but I don't hate it. Like when I saw the beta version of it, it looked awful, right? We both thought it looked awful,
right?
But they've definitely refined it a bit since it's come out properly. So yeah, I don't hate it.
So I guess the question I have is, can you toggle that on and off, or is that just part of the OS?
I've not really played with it enough yet, Sam. To be honest.
Okay. Well, I'm just asking for anybody out there who may have an iPhone. Yeah. I don't know if you can toggle that. Maybe I thought because it's it's a UI element. Yeah, you can just turn it back to the regular gray buttons, or
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
I believe so.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna have a good play of it over the next few days. On initial testing of the telephoto, I don't think it's that special. I mean, comparing to the V5, I said to you just before we went on air, I actually think the V5 is better. It's got a bigger sensor for a start, so low light telephoto shots, I think, in my limited testing, is actually better. But I need to test it a lot more. But yeah, it's my excitement over it's dwindled quite a bit. Have you seen Scratchgate?
No.
No. Okay.
So unfortunately, normally I'm not this unprepared when it comes to people kind of ask me we listen to your show and when you say something and you're like, oh, I don't know, I haven't seen it or I haven't looked at it or you don't watch these events. Are you really a tech guy? I go, well, this weekend it was kind of busy. So I've been, I don't know, nobody cares, but we bought a caravan for those. I'd say it's a travel trailer, right? So we bought a travel trailer. And I picked it up on Friday, and driving that thing home was a little nerve-wracking. So all day Friday, I was so this whole weekend's been completely out the door. I haven't really been on social media. I haven't really looked at stuff. I've been working on the camper. My buddy, we going inside. We're going to go after the show and kind of start getting set up, and we have a trip planned. So unfortunately, this weekend I haven't really been on to see a whole lot of the stuff. So what's the Scratchgate? What do we got going on?
So Scratchgate. So the Pro and Pro Max. More so the blue and orange. People are dropping theirs and the paint's coming off, the color's coming off. So you're seeing just raw aluminium coming through. And there's loads of people saying it, and loads of people giving examples of it. Now, a couple of things on that from myself. Get yourself a case straight away. I mean, why would you buy £1,000 phone and not case it up straight away?
Right.
I mean, it's not a good look for Apple, but seriously, why are you not casing your phone?
Well, and also too is, they're probably painting it, right, or whatever. And I just remember back in the day when they had the Lumias that had the polycarbonate, the color was all the way through. So if you scratched it, the plastic was completely colored all the way through. So even if you scratched on the surface, it would still be that color all the way through. I think with the aluminum, maybe, or the titanium parts of it, and that maybe they don't do it that way, and maybe just painting it.
Well, it's all aluminium, the unibody on this,
right? So it's not obviously they clearly didn't all the way to the metal, right? It's not dipped. So I mean, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, it's what do you expect? I mean, I guess Apple could sell just pre-cracked iPhones, because I've always made that comment that again, I wouldn't use now when I had my when I was using the Moto, like the Moto G stylus, I never put a case on it because it was a 230-pound phone. Who really cares, right? And I did drop it, and it's funny is because the frame is plastic. I will tell you that when you have a plastic frame and it actually hits a corner like that, it will destroy the screen. Yeah, it will. It broke. It just shattered the corner. I mean, it was bad. I didn't drop it from but I did drop it onto concrete, right? I mean, concrete, my patio, but it cracked it. I mean, but and then they're like, and then the same thing when I had the Razor, right? I had no case on it because the problem is the one it came with, I could never get the front screen to activate because it was blocking the pull down. I took it off, and then I just walked around and I just didn't put it on for a couple of weeks. And I did drop it one night, taking the dogs out. And again, at the end of my stairs, there was the same concrete pad in the patio, and it cracked it. But it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a little kind of hairline. You can kind of see it, but yeah, if you've got an iPhone or if you've got a really nice Vivo or an Honor that's £1,000 or whatever. Now on this one, on my Fold, I just have the Fold case.
It's a nice case, that one.
Yeah, it's a nice case. Oh, and by the way, speaking of cases, so I did order the Thinborn from the Detect Disruptors with the code and everything.
Oh yeah.
I ordered that on September 5th. It still hasn't shipped yet.
Oh.
No, they said I checked the tracking. It says awaiting a pre-shipment label created, awaiting item. So I waited a week and I didn't hear anything. And I even emailed Thinborn, I'm like their customer support. I said, hey, this thing is not shipped. Why? I thought you said this order's fulfilled. And they said, well, we'll look into it, let you know. And then they never contacted me back. So I'm going to give them until Monday. If that thing doesn't have a tracking number, I'm going to contact Thinborn and just cancel it. It should not take 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks to get a case. That's ridiculous.
No,
especially
when you're in the US.
Right. It's ridiculous. And I'm like, and I emailed them. They haven't responded. And their customer support person says, we found your order. We're looking to see where it's at. We'll let you know. And as I checked it as of this morning. So I'm like, okay, and it's funny is I have to actually go into my email and kind of dig for it because I got it on September 5th or 4th. I'm sorry. So yeah, I ordered it on September 4th.
Yeah.
And
that's bad service.
So
I'll quickly answer Andrew's question. So the 17 Pro Max is technically very slightly heavier. You won't notice it though at all. They feel pretty much the same, I'd say. It's nicely weighted in the hand. Actually, feels good.
Yeah. So see.
Well, it's not coming up. It's blurry.
There it goes.
There it is.
Woo. Pre-shipment, U.S. awaiting item, September 5th, 2025. It's been in that status, and today's what, the 21st?
It's not good.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, and then on top of that, I emailed Thinborn, and they said, yeah, we'll look into it and let you know. So, nothing. Nothing.
Well,
so
they offered me a case 2 years ago, and I never got one. Left me one for review and never came through.
And that's fine if on that, but I've paid for it. Yeah. I bought it. Yeah, I mean, there's no way. It should have been. I mean, the problem is it's not like lost in shipping. It's UPS, U.S. Postal Service is reporting it's never received the item to actually send it to me. It's just not there. And I'm like, okay. So I emailed Thinborn and I even said, hey, does it usually take 2.5 weeks to fulfill an order? Because that seems a little long to me unless you tell me it's on back order. And then I'm like, okay, that's cool. And they said they found the order. They will let me know and look into it. And that was last week. And I have not heard nothing. So they're about ready. I'm about ready to cancel the order. I'm just like, and then the issue I had with, I emailed them on Monday.
Just for the fold, yeah?
Yeah, thanks for reaching out. I will look into USPS tracking immediately to understand the reason for a holdup and get back to you with an update. That was... Oh, sorry, I'm on the calendar.
Definition of immediately.
September 15th is when the guy responded.
Yeah, definition of immediately.
So that was a week ago.
Yeah.
And that was last Monday. So here we are coming up on a week, and I ain't even gotten an email. So, it's cool. I'm just going to, it's just like whatever. And it's just like, I've just had not a lot of luck with companies lately, especially AT&T and their issue that they have screwed me on, and I still haven't got resolution on it.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's still blacklisted. Yeah, still after a month, and I've tried to call them. They said nope, still on the blacklist. So I sent them a Pixel 6. They put it on the trade. So how AT&T works with trade-in. So basically, this is going to be a smaller rant because I have to. This is tech related. It's phone related. So what happened is when you trade a phone into AT&T, like so, I gave them the Pixel 6. The lady put the Pixel 9 Pro XL on it, which I was keeping. So what happens is they ship the phone. And then when it's received at the distribution center in Texas, as soon as they receive the phone without even opening the box, and whatever on the trade-in receipt, the IMEI and phone, they blacklist it immediately before they even look at the box.
Sam, what did they tell? They told you that once it's opened, they'll rectify it, right?
Right. They said, that's what they said. So first of all, I think it's insane that they blacklist any phone you send them, because what if they got the wrong IMEI? Like, let's say the lady at the store uses the wrong, and you could blacklist somebody's phone. So they said, okay, yeah, well, it'll take a couple of days, maybe a week to open up the box. Somebody's going to inspect it, see it's a Pixel 6, rectify it, and then make your credit adjustment, right? Because right now they're giving me a trading credit for a Pixel 9 Pro XL, which they don't have. They have a 6 instead. Yep. That was on the 26th they received it. Here is the 21st of September, almost a month later. It's still not showing up. And I called them today, and they're like, nope, still blacklisted. So after a month, this phone still... But, I'm getting the trading credit. However, I'm still paying the installment still on a 9 Pro XL. And I've got a bricked 9. It's just like, and they've offered nothing to help. Like, we screwed up. Tough. You're on your own.
Have they got a complaints department?
Yeah. I talked to supervisors. I talked to managers. Here's the thing, though. Everybody I talked to, and this is nothing against the fact that their call center people are in Pakistan. It's not their fault. But every time I've talked to them, They said the one lady, I was on the phone, I swear to God, one day for 3.5 hours going between the person, a manager, and then a tech support person or tech, whatever.
But is there not a complaints email? You can email.
Yeah, there is. They don't care, dude. If they're gonna spend, dude, then the AT&T doesn't give a shit. They could care less. They got your money. That's all they cared about. They don't care about giving you customer service, because what are you gonna do? In order to get out of all of it, I have to sell I have to buy all the phones off and spend thousands of dollars to buy the phones off that are on trades, right? Yeah. They don't give a shit. They know for full well. They're like, they don't care. So basically, I mean, and everybody get on the phone. I mean, look at Thinborn. I mean, I sent them an email, and they said, yeah, we'll look into it. And that was a week. What do you think AT&T is going to do? They don't care. They'll leave that thing blacklisted forever. They don't give it. They're getting the money on it.
Yeah, I still feel like you should really at least try and complain. I did. But the problem is in order to get to them, the only people can help you are at a call center, and everybody's in Pakistan or India, right? And they don't understand anything you say. And you could say, I'd like to buy a bucket full of twine. Oh, okay, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're going to help you. And they don't even care what you say. I mean, they're just reading off a script because they don't care. And then they said, we're taking all these notes. We're going to escalate a case. We're going to put all the tech cases. We're going to document all this stuff. So every time you call, you have to do this. And every time I call and I say, they ask me all the same questions. And I say, don't you have notes in front of you that you're looking up? You pulled up my account. Do you see notes from the last 4.5 times I called? Yeah.
No notes. They don't take nothing. So it's a complete time sink, and they don't care. And I don't want to sit there on the phone and send them an email and they'll go, your email is very important to us. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. They don't care. Yeah. They're just not going to do anything. And that's just the way it is, because they don't have to.
Would you have a third party body like Ofcom or anyone like you can go to and say, look,
no, they don't care.
They might put some pressure.
This is the United States, dude. They don't give a shit about that. Maybe in the UK, because
they're not regulated by anything. Sure,
they are. But I mean, how much do I want to spend 15 hours of my life chasing emails and getting on to regulatory bodies? This is the United States. They don't give a shit. This is not the EU. This is not the UK. They actually in the European Union, they care about consumers, right? Because remember, charging standard. You think Apple would have changed their charging standard if it wasn't for the EU's intervention on basically telling Apple, fuck you, if you're going to sell a phone in our thing, you're going to have to comply? That's the only reason Apple did it. I guarantee if the EU didn't do that, we would still be using Lightning on iPhones to this day.
Look what you get in phone boxes now. I've noticed that in every one recently. And you get the energy rating now.
Oh, really? In the United States? That's not a thing I've ever seen.
That must be an EU thing. So this is the Pro Max. So that's an A energy rating there for that one. Well done, cool. Apple on that. But yeah.
And probably the reason why they do that is because in the EU they have to do that. And so I guarantee you right now, if I walked into an Apple store in the United States and bought that, dude, I've never even seen an energy rating. I have no clue what that even is.
Like, why wouldn't you
never even heard of
it? That's something to shout out, right? That's decent.
Sure, I would think so. But again, it's like I said, dude, it's the difference between.
Do you want to see the other bits that's on here?
Sure.
So it's got
it's safe for the environment. It's biodegradable. Can you plant a tree with it?
It's got a little picture of like it being a phone being dropped, and the letter next to that is B.
Is that a drop rating?
It must be, yeah. It's then got a little picture of a spanner and a screwdriver, and the letter next to that is C. Which
cool.
Repairability on iPhones is often not great.
So that's okay. So they're rating all the things.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of nice. I don't think anybody, whoever's got an iPhone, I know. I see TAs in the chat. If you bought an iPhone, do they have any of this shit in the United States? I would almost be willing to bet I guarantee you they do not have anything like this in the United States.
It looks like 1,000 charge cycles.
Battery IP68. Yeah. Repairability and drop ratings pretty good. But it gets good energy ratings. That's cool. I guarantee it. Anybody in the US who has an iPhone, have you seen that? You can put it in the chat. You can respond later. I mean, it's just what it is. It's just the difference between the U.S. when it comes to consumer protection. Essentially, in the United States, I mean, there are like Better Business Bureau. There are different kinds of places. There are government regulatory bodies. There's, Consumer Protection Finance, CFPB, right? It's Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, but I mean, they don't care. Never seen that. No shit. There's a surprise. Yeah, because it's an EU thing. Because the United States, they don't care.
The EU thing.
You would think that Apple.
Thing.
No, it's not. It's not a US thing. And the funny thing is Apple sells more of their phones in the US, right? But yeah, I don't. Yeah, send me that. Yeah, send me that too.
Did you see my unboxing of the Pixel? Strangely, it had it flapped over. That had the energy rating.
But they had it. Oh yeah. So clearly that's an EU thing. That's a European
thing.
Yeah. Which is great because the EU seems that I've seen links. They seem to care about customers and trying to protect them from companies that are just being scammy and shitty. Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah, I mean, but better than us. It's Wild Wild West out here, literally. So it's cool. But rant over. Back to that. So
Scratchgate, we've covered that quickly. Did you see about people thinking that they can bend the air?
No, all weekend, dude. If all this shit has come out since like the last 4 days, I have no idea. I have literally been completely dark on Apple
anything. Are pretty confident that you can't bend it, right? And Zach, Jerry Rig, he's done a video, and it looks pretty solid. Like the only way he could bend it was with some really heavy weights suspended, and it looks pretty solid, to be honest.
I just want to put this out there as a general. Who the fuck is bending their phones like that anymore? I mean, seriously.
I know.
I mean, can we agree that this is the bet? I mean, Jerry rig everything. That's fine. He's million. I mean, he used to do it back in the day, scratch ratings and Mo's hard to scale. That's cool. That's entertaining. But how many people that I've never known anybody that had to return a phone back to wherever, Best Buy or a carrier, because they bent it because they sat on it and they bent the whole frame. I've never seen that ever.
Not for a long time.
I mean, who the fuck is sitting there doing this with their phone? I mean, who the fuck's doing that? Now, if you have an older phone and you're just goofing around because you got like with mine, actually, you know what I should have done? Damn, I just thought about it because I just had the crack corner. I should have tried it with the Moto, the G Styles. Here's a plastic frame. That thing would have snapped and like literally it probably would have broke. And clearly included the razor. I mean, it's articulated in the middle, so that probably would have broke too. But I mean, like, who's sitting there breaking their phone because they're bending it. Like, I don't know anybody who's doing it. I don't think anybody's ever done it. Maybe in 2015 they did it. And, I know the HTC, remember, which one was it? Was the U11? Or one of the HTCs, I think it was the U11, had a plastic failure point right at the buttons.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like he put any pressure. That thing just quit crack. And I was like, now, if it has that kind of like failure point that's really soft like that, that might be something I'm concerned about. But any metal phone, any flagship phone, I just can't imagine.
That's the one that's actually to titanium as well. So you would expect it to be strong, really.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Any phone made within the last 5 years that has a metal unibody frame or a frame, even a glass sandwich, they're probably pretty
solid.
Durable. It's not going to bend when you sit down. If anything, hell, half the people I see, they have their phone in their back pocket. If they have a small pocket, ladies. I mean, here's what I see. This is what I see. I mean, I'm not kidding you, man. They're walking around and I'm thinking, how does that thing not just fall out? When they do sit down, the thing does this, like, you know what I mean? It's sticking out. But that's what I'm saying, is because the phone is so like out of their pocket, there's no way it could. If it was all the way up to here and you sat on it, and the focal point, the bend point is here, yeah, you could probably crack it. But if you fell on it, maybe you'd crack. I don't know. I just, honest to God, and this is nothing to rip on Jerry Rig everything. I think he's fine. I don't know the guy. Don't really care. I just think I think Ben the scratch. The only part of that's really that I care is the scratch.
Yeah,
and it's got.
So, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you think the scratch gate thing on the Pro and Pro Max, the orange and the blue coming off, do you think that's a big issue, or do you think it's blown out of proportion?
It depends on who you are. If you're a person who hates Apple, it's going to be it's Ben Gate all over again, right? It's Apple sucks. And if you're an Apple user, you're not going to give a kid. I mean, it's mildly annoying, especially if you got this really cool colorway, right? Yeah. But again, like to your point, you made 20 minutes ago, folks. I know cases suck. They're bulky, right? Nobody likes them. However, most people that I know that are iPhone users, especially people that I know, they all have it in some kind of case that's colorful. Like my wife's got one. It's got the little. Yeah, it's vegan. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they have the one case, right, where you open it up and you can put credit cards in it or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really handy. And it's got flowers on it and stuff. It's really nice. I really like it. I mean, yeah, it looks like this. See, this is my wife's phone. See, it's all pretty. It's all flowers, right? And then right here, see, just pop it up and all your see, and just
all your cards just fall out like that.
They just kind of fall out. I thought there was a little lab, but yeah, I mean, everybody that I know, all these iPhone people, they put phones in cases. Now, and they're pretty, Sam, and they're like leather and all sorts of stuff.
My question, right, is...
I haven't lost my bank card.
Okay, thanks, babe.
My question is, right, why do people always put cards in there? Like, why do they not use an Apple Pay or Android, Google Wallet?
Oh, well, she... I had to get her started on using Apple Pay because the iPhone 12, she had a chance to use it for, I don't know, forever. And never really did. And I'm like, finally one day at the store, I kind of was paying attention. And she always paid for stuff, and I pay for stuff at a grocery store. And I just happened to be paying attention because usually I'm trying to get stuff together. And I don't really pay attention to her doing it because I figure whatever. I know she kept pulling out her card all the time. I said, don't you ever use like Apple Pay, right? She goes, no, I never set it up. She didn't set it up until like 2 years ago. It's just, again, in the United States, that may be more normal than, I know in the UK, tap to pay is kind of huge and ubiquitous and everybody does it. In the United States, I don't think it's as usable. I know one place I go to a gas station, it doesn't even have a thing for it. You still have to use a card, right? Well, it's an older, kind of a rural, not rural gas station, but it's an older set of pumps. Now they have really nice ones, but yeah, I've gone to a couple places even where I live that they don't have any kind of tap to pay. They still would use a card.
I think in the UK, everyone had to upgrade their PDQs to be contactless. I'm pretty certain.
Well, again, regulatory, right? You have regulations in the UK. Yeah, they don't have that here in the United States. And also, and to be fair, and this is part of the reason why, if the United States were as big as London as the UK, you could probably get it to work a little easier. It's really hard when you've got all these gas stations across, and a lot of these places are really ice. They're rural. They're out in the middle of nowhere, right? And their
connection's not good as well.
Well, they not only the connection due to the infrastructures. Some of these places in the United States, I mean, in these rural areas, they're really. I mean, there's one county in Missouri. It's like really farm area. It's a pretty good sized county. It's like 200 square miles. I think 8,000 people live in the whole county. And most, not probably 90% of them are farmers, right? Because it's a farmland area. It's very, I don't even think it's a major city. It's like a town. So in the United States, it's harder to do that. In the UK, it's probably easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, regulations.
Just to make you laugh, so we obviously have like people busking. You have buskers, right? And like at the tube station at playing music. You know when they're playing music.
Okay, music. Like, okay,
money.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, open guitar case and you can chuck money.
So I got buskers.
They're called buskers. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
It's called busking. Yeah. So they have contactless. Some of them have contactless payment. There was one dude. He actually had 3. One was like £1, £3, and £5 set up, ready. Just boom, whatever you wanted to give.
Oh, that's cool. Like he has like a little square thing, and like bam, you little tap to pay. That now, hey, you know what? That shows you're in tech. I'll tell you right now, if you're in 2025, you know you're in 2025. If you got a busker playing there and playing some music, or like a bucket drummer or whatever, and he's got tap to pay. Now I have seen that the guy I saw, there was you know what a bucket drummer is? Have you ever seen those?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay,
they're
yeah.
brilliant.
So,
I already
them. They're amazing. I mean, give them a real drum set, and they probably won't be as good. The bucket drumming is amazing. Hitting the ground and hitting the side and like picking up the bucket with their feet, dude. It's mesmerizing to watch. Be that as it may. The one guy, he didn't have that. I was walking out of a Cardinals game. He was at the corner, pretty close to where everybody was walking, and he had where you could Venmo him. He had a Venmo thing, so you couldn't tap to pay. Right, you couldn't tap to pay the guy, but you could like go on Venmo. He's add his handle, and then I think he had Cash App. He might have had 1 or 2 of them. I don't know. And you could just like, it was all set up, which is kind of cool. Like I thought it was, but I mean, how slick would it be? Just walk by, go boop, tap to pay, give him $1, give him £1 or a couple of quid. That's kind of cool. Like that's pretty smart. I like that.
In London, especially, but in the UK in general, like we always get homeless people say, "Oh, you got any money?" I'm literally like, I don't ever have cash on me, mate.
Right.
I never have cash on me.
Right.
Like, I can't remember the last time I had cash. Actually,
probably the last time you had cash, it probably had the Queen on it. It's probably the last time you had cash on it. You know they have a new guy now, right? You've heard of him? Yeah, he's a new dude.
Yeah. I've not seen him on notes. No, joking. Of course I have.
So how does that work? Like I know, like with the bills, makes those change out a lot, but the coins don't seem to change out as much as they used to. So, do they still have Queen Elizabeth money? And they
still in circulation, of course. Yeah. So
and then, of course it still works, right? Technically, I mean, so I guess how long does it take usually for that? Like, well, I don't know. You wouldn't know because the last time they had Queen Elizabeth, Queen of England, for the entire time you've been alive. So you only had one monarch. I wonder how long it takes effectively to run that currency out. And I wonder if the Bank of England takes money out of certain, like as because how it works in the U.S. with cash is, all cash goes to Federal Reserve banks, right? Eventually, they're district banks, right? St. Louis gets it, Kansas City, Richmond, whatever. So cash goes in, and they check it for fitness, like if it's been written on, currency damage, whatever, and they put new bills in circulation. But because U.S. money doesn't change, it's the president's, it's the same, they just come out because of Warren. I'm wondering if the Bank of England, if they inbound from banks and usage and ATMs, any Elizabeth money, I wonder if they just pull it out of circulation as they get it and they just reissue King Charles stuff. I'm curious how that works because that's the only place I've ever known that their monarch changes, so all their money's going to change, right? I wonder if they do it. Do they in Canada? I can't remember.
Thing is, they've already. So I don't know if you know, Sam. So just like Canada, we've got polymer notes.
Okay.
So they took a lot of paper notes out of circulation the last few years, really. So, I don't think they'll be keen to do an overhaul again.
Right. I'm just curious that, like, let's say they have a whole bunch of Queen Elizabeth stuff. They inbound it, right? The Bank of England takes it all, and they, instead of recirculating that currency back to banks so they can put it in ATMs, they recirculate the money, but it's all King Charles's likeness.
Yeah, probably to a degree of that. Yeah, I reckon.
So I'm wondering how long. I probably wouldn't, if they're doing that actively, it probably wouldn't take long to probably get rid of all the Queen Elizabeth, unless people keep it, because some people just keep it for for nostalgia and stuff. That's put a bill away. But I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just curious, like how long effectively would it take as they circulate through a change? Because you're going to get another one probably pretty soon, because King Charles is what, 70s or so. He's probably getting older. So I'm just curious how that. I know. This is what I think about when I'm at home and the power goes out, right? And I got nothing else to think about, right? I think about, hey, how do they do that with money in the UK? Like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, we still use
You have a conversation with yourself,
right? It's scary. I don't answer myself. It's just silence, right? There's no. I don't go. Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, I'm wondering how many things happen. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I have my fact checker. So the portrait of the king will appear on existing designs, 5 pound, 10, 20, 50, and with no other change. Polymer banknotes that feature the portrait of the queen, her late majesty, Queen Elizabeth, will remain legal tender. Well, I know that. And would does co-circulate? Yeah, I don't understand they co-circulate, but are they pulling them out of circulation and I don't know how they do it in the UK. Because here they would pull them out. Like if you write on a $1 bill, eventually it gets sent. Once it gets sent to a central bank, like the Fed, they will pull that bank. They will yank that dollar bill out and they'll destroy it.
Yeah, because you shouldn't write on notes anyway, really.
I know, but people just do it because they think it's funny. The good news is there's no hard stop. I mean, I understand. That's not answering my question. Let's just stop wasting time on money in this show because I'm just saying I'll look it up myself.
So Sam, we've just while we're still on contactless payment, so
yeah,
most people don't carry cash in the UK, but an older generation do, and they have a fear about contactless payment.
Well, yeah, I mean, same thing with the United States. I mean, because here's the thing. I mean, what if you're in a situation where you may not be like we'll just use the busker guy, right? But let's say there's other things where, I mean, I guess there may be times where they don't have contactless payments or even any kind of point of sale system. Like they don't even take a credit card. Maybe it's really like, think about it. Like, I know, do you have these things, we call them farmers markets, where people have like produce stands, right? They'll on the road or whatever, you can go. Some of those places, I know they do now, but I mean, I wonder in some of those places that are really, really rural, what are you going to do if you're driving by and they're like, hey, we just popped up this stand and we just got the back of our truck. We got a bunch of watermelons. We got a bunch of carrots. We got a bunch of celery. We're just selling it. They don't have any of that. You can't write them a check because nobody's going to take that. We're always told to keep cash on you. I mean, just because in those issues, but a lot of people, they don't. Well, because really, and think about it. Technically it can be devalued. I mean, systemically, but if you have cash on you, that $20 bill is a $20 bill is a $20 bill. It's not going to, everybody takes it, right? But if everything on the digital side is all in a computer in a cloud somewhere, how hard would it be for they just say, okay, guess what? We have if you have money on hand, they can't take it away from you. I mean, they could confiscate it, right? But same thing with physical media, right? DVDs, games. If you bought a game, Borderlands 4, right? I bought a digital copy of Borderlands 4.
Physical media, what's that, mate?
Oh, it's a CD. It's like a circle, right? And anyway, no, it's like, but seriously, I mean, it's the same kind of argument that people are freaked out about because, for instance, let's say you bought I bought movies. I bought a couple of like Xbox and stuff. Well, what happens if you lock yourself out of your Xbox account and you can't recover it for whatever reason, right? And now you maybe spent a couple $100 on movies over the last 5 or 10 years. And now, here's a perfect example. My PSP, like the PlayStation Store, some of those games, they even said on one of them, they're shutting the store. So you got to basically download everything you got. And I bought a bunch of PSP games on the PlayStation Store for, especially on the PS Go, because that one's the only one that didn't have a physical media drive. It was all digital, right? It was nothing. But I mean, if you don't have the physical copy of the game, right? And they say, okay, well, I bought on my PS4. Let's say they say, okay, you don't have Borderlands 4 anymore. It wipes it out of my library. And it acts like I never bought it. What can I really do? Could I just go back to Sony and go, well, I really did. I was playing it. Well, no, we don't have a record of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, without the physical media, you're kind of stuck. I mean, a lot of older folks.
Sam, you see, Nova might be gone.
Yeah, Nova. Yeah, I saw that.
But people bought that, didn't they?
Yeah, I think I bought it. I mean, I don't use Nova very often. I think I bought the Nova Prime. It might have been like $3.99. Again, that's not a big deal because I bought it like 8 years ago. So who cares?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about stuff like
goes to the same conversation though. Like,
right?
You technically like loaned it or borrowed it. You didn't actually own it because it's
and that's what it is. You're buying the rights to use it. Is what you're buying. You're not buying it because you never own it
until you can't use it.
Until you can't use it, right? So you're basically essentially leasing it, or you're basically buying it as long as it exists. You're basically using it. It's a one-time use. But just like anything else, if you buy a game on the Play Store, let's say that store, let's say you do $5.99, you never have to get ads, and you own the game forever.
Simon says. Look at Simon says.
Right. If buying ain't ownership, piracy can't be theft. I agree. I agree.
Love that.
So, well, I mean, and that's another thing too, is now they're getting so restrictive. And to be fair, people were sharing passwords and it was getting out of control. Like, I get it. I understand these companies got to crack down because they're losing money left and right. I get it. But now it's gotten to be the point where, like, my daughter, she would be at her mom's house and try to log in to her Netflix or the Netflix account we have, and it says, nope, you're not in the physical house, so you got to pay for it. So we had to buy a family plan. You know what? My Netflix, I finally figured out how much my Netflix is close to $35 a month.
35.
Yeah, because we had to have a family plan because Anna doesn't live here all the time.
4K,
she uses the
4K
account.
Is that?
I think it is, but I might downgrade it. I don't know. But it's like I understand that
$30 you better be getting 4K.
I think so. I just don't know if I watch it all in 4K. But again, it's one of those things where if you don't own the physical media or if you don't have cash on hand, you're kind of hoping that you don't get hoodwinked or they basically shut the thing down or turn a server off or you have some kind of a glitch where they said, well, sorry, all your library of all the games you bought that got wiped out. So,
Sam, do you want to play a game? Right.
Yes.
In the UK, do you reckon you can guess like an old school sort of trade that still mostly has cash?
Well,
it's changing a little bit more recently, but it was one of the last ones to change.
So we're talking about trade like plumber, carpentry, electrician, stuff like that trade, or like are you talking about or like an industry,
industry even, yeah.
Last to go to contactless payments or like one of them. I would say the buses because they could tap to pay. Takeaway places, like little takeaway places, maybe.
Chip shops is definitely one of them. Yeah.
Chip shops,
Chippies,
chip shops, yeah.
Chippies.
I can't think of anything off right off the top. I would think like chip shops or takeaways. That's the only thing I can really think of. Oh, barber shops, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or like tailors, like they make a custom suit. Yeah, if you go to like
maybe, but yeah, barbers. Last really like go.
God, I haven't gone to a barber in so long. They're kind of gone in here in the United States because nobody. The problem is nobody's becoming a barber. Like that's like a family thing, And nowadays, I mean, if you do. They do cut hair like salon, like a great clips. I don't know if they have great clips in the UK. God, I hope not. It's so miserable.
What's that?
It's like a think of it's like a hair salon. You can get your hair cut in there for guys, but women can also get perms and some basic service. Yeah. It's kind of like Fantastic Sam's great clips. They're kind of like it's just I mean it's like the Taco Bell of Mexican food. It's just like a fast food kind of version of hair salon. But yeah, it's hard to find actual barbershops. And I went to one of the last guys that still used a straight razor. So when he was doing the edging and stuff like that, he had, dude, it was great, man. He had the hot towel, but he also had the little, I don't know if they have them anymore. It's Taco Bell for hair. That's exactly what it is. It's Taco Bell for hair. It sucks. I hate it. Anyway.
So you get the shits.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know if they cut your hair wrong. It's like, no. Right. You get the choro. Anyway. So, no, what's funny is it actually had, and they used to have like the, just the regular shave gel or shaving cream, but it was in a container that it came out warm. It was like they had a warming. Did you ever have that? Okay. Yeah, it was great.
I've got one. I've got a, whoa, is that how you say it?
WAHL or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little, it was like cool. You take a can of
black ceramic thing, and I've got the brush.
Yeah. Oh, the mug and brush. Oh, dude, I got a mug and brush, and I told you I bought it from that little lady that has that British shop in St. Charles.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the little soap cake, the whole thing. And I got the good one, not that little synthetic hair one. I still got it. I don't use it as much as I do because obviously. But yeah, dude, that mug and brush. Oh, dude, best ever. Best ever, dude. I think there's so many things that came out of the UK that was just like so timeless and great. That's great. The mug and brush. But he used to have a little can of Barbasol, right? Put it in there and it would come out and it would heat up. He'd put it on his finger and he just kind of put some lather here and just if you've never had a good old fashioned actual barbershop haircut, that's like an old school barbershop with a little curly.
Out of interest, Sam, right? So in the UK, Turkish barbers are popular thing. Is that a thing?
They're just no. They're just barber, do the same thing, but they just happen to be from Turkey or no, not really. I mean, I know they're probably around. I haven't looked for a barber shop in a long time. I'm sure they're around, but they are way it's very hard to find. When I was a kid, they were everywhere though.
Like they have literally Turkish barber. That's the name of the barber quite often.
Okay.
Sure. Quite a funny one is I see one called Ali Barber. That's quite a good one, isn't it?
I like that. That's funny. I would probably do that if I was doing. Yeah, that's
where I live,
cool.
Sam. There's loads of barbers, right? and it's very obviously not. It's a front, right? Some of them are definitely fronts. Like there's too
Were they
many
fronts for
barbers.
were they doing like numbers? They were like, they're like
They're
pool
doing
hall
something
scams.
else, man. They must
Right.
be,
They're just not just
no
cutting
one in
hair.
there.
Right.
No one
Okay.
in there, and there's so many barbers. It's like, how can this many survive?
Yeah. Now I know. And my friend, he goes to a barber. He lives in North County in St. Louis, and it's a predominantly black area. And I know that that's still a huge thing in those communities. Like I've almost considered just going to like one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they don't do this. They don't do the straight. I think technically, I think the straight razor in Missouri, I think it's outlawed because somebody said that. I said, do you guys still do the straight razor? They go, no, they don't do that anymore. I was like, so I think there's a regulation against using a straight razor, but I know a lot of those barbershops, they're great, man. They do edge ups and all that stuff. And I'm like,
yeah,
just to go to get my hair, but I just cut my own hair now. I got a little thing.
I have a skin fade.
Right. Yeah, I know. It looks nice. So do you go to a barber and is it one of those Turkish Alibabas or do you actually go to a proper dude?
Yeah, my guy's great. He has a booking system now.
Okay.
So I book online and the payment goes through once, like in the evening after I've had it cut.
Okay.
So yeah, it's great.
Yeah. How long have you been going to that? Is it the same chap for a while?
Oh, I've been going for him for a long time. I left him for a little while because his communication was bad, right? Really bad. And his current girlfriend, like bless her, she sorted this booking system out for him.
Okay.
And when she did that, I went back to him because he's brilliant. He's really good barber, one of the best. He's a great guy, really good friend of mine.
Just his his comms or shit.
it's so rubbish. Like I'd be like a week in advance. I'd be like, "Are you free Thursday or Wednesday?" And I wouldn't get a response at all.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I know what that feels like lately. I'm getting a lot of that, unfortunately. But that's not with the barber. I'm getting ghosted by. Yeah. So. But yeah, because I really want that thin-born case looked pretty cool. I want to check it out, but I'm like,
it does.
Should I wait a month to get it? I don't know. It seems kind of silly. Because remember on the Fold they don't give you the front. There's no front piece, right? It's just the back piece. Now you know what's funny though is on my Fold 5, I never put a case on it. I did for a while. And I just took it off because I just hated it because it just always seemed like it was going to fall off anyway. And I rocked that Fold 5, and I never put a case on that, which is completely insane.
But
you're not gonna break the inside screen because you'd probably drop it.
It contradicts what we said earlier.
Well, I just didn't, and the only reason why I did is because getting a case for these kind of phones is really problematic. It's not like a slab phone. Yeah, when I had, but I mean, hell, I still have. There's no case. I got a D brand skin because it's cracked in the back, but I mean, I've never used a case on this.
So the V5, you get a case free in the box, right?
Dude, I just like, why don't companies do that? I mean, even if it's a TPU or just a little plastic thing, it doesn't cost them. What it might cost them a couple of bucks, maybe at most.
One difference with this one, the V3 came with a front piece,
right?
But this one doesn't.
Yeah, I noticed that. And when you buy, this is the Samsung kickstand one. Actually, kickstand's pretty good. It's a little flimsy. I think it's kind of. I wish they would be a little bit more robust. It's kind of flimsy. It's kind of it just doesn't feel solid. But yeah, it does not come with a front piece. It just doesn't. I'm like, and that's fine.
For gestures, the front it is nicer without it anyway.
Yeah, here's what weirds me out. It's not. I'm on this side. I'm grabbing it with the case. And this side, I'm not. It doesn't match. And it doesn't match. It's a symmetry thing for me. It's not. Functionally, does it work? Yeah, perfectly fine. It just doesn't feel right. Speaking of that, let's talk about this iPhone Air. Who knew that this thing was going to be that much of a fucking controversy? I mean, Jesus, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
God, I hate
pictures?
People sometimes when it comes to this. Yeah, the pictures of it. With the holding it in the store. It's crazy thin. I'm like, they're like, and I get it. And now Jason in our other chat, from the Texas Rebels was talking about who would want that. I'm like, I don't think it's about who would want it. It's like, why not have it? Yeah, again, and they try it, and let's say next year they don't sell any of them, and it kind of right, and then they get off of it. They did the 5C, right, and that kind of didn't go off well, and they did, fuck that, and they were like, we're not doing that anymore, right? I don't know. I don't think I would buy the Phone Air because I think there's too many compromises for me. Not battery. I think the camera compromises. Although the front looks pretty good. I saw Jay Will did the front video and he was impressed with it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, would I buy one for that price? I probably wouldn't buy it if I were an
No.
iPhone user. I don't know, maybe because it's super, super different. I just kind of think it's cool. Do I want to see the iPhone Air? Yeah, I like to see the iPhone. I know Joe's seen it in store because he's had one in the shop, right?
Just before it went in the clamp.
I don't know anybody who's used it. I know I saw Michael Fisher. You know, he did his review on it, and so there's some camper compromises there. It's only got one and stuff, and which he won't go to it. But I don't know, man. I think for the right person, I think for people who really aren't taking a whole lot of photos, but then that makes me think, well, why would you get a thin phone? Why would you just get the 17, like the vanilla 17, right?
I
save a little bit of money.
17's fantastic.
Right. I think the Pro looks great too. I mean, I like the extra camera, but I think that's what I'm saying is like, to your point last week, you kept saying like, who is this really for? I'm like, I don't really know who it's for.
Yeah.
But the fact that it exists is still something that I think we should probably should do. Oh yeah, Mike's got the Air. Okay, cool. I don't care. You can send it directly to my Instagram. It's fine. Or just anywhere you want. I mean, Twix is fine. I mean, you can do whatever you want, man. I don't know. I check them. I check them very frequently. Not really. So, but yeah, I'm just curious why people were buying it. And I wanted to ask him, but like, well, what's the draw?
Maybe Michael can sort of answer that in the chat because I'd be intrigued to why he's there. Is it for content or is it because he's intrigued by it? Or I'm intrigued. Engineering,
dude. I'm intrigued by it. I saw it and I was like, man, it's even like I did actually have a chance to look at the S25 Edge, the thin one.
Edge, yeah.
Dude, it was pretty wild how thin that phone is. Now I don't know who's looking for a thin device. I think people would maybe want a smaller device, maybe not a thinner device, but a one that I don't know, man.
I like the mini range. I don't know why they got rid of it.
Well, clearly because Apple wasn't selling them enough.
Didn't sell enough, yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, clearly if they was selling like hotcakes, then they kept it. They would have kept using it, right? Yeah. That's why they keep. I didn't notice that they got rid of the Plus, right? They just have the 17 and the Pro Max and the 17 Pro.
Yeah, that was down to sales as well.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense. The Air sits in that space, but it doesn't in some ways. That's the thing for me. The value proposition for me is not there, but that's personal, right? The value proposition is personal. It might be there for you if you want a gorgeous looking device, and you're in the Apple ecosystem, and camera is not important to you as your main thing. Then by all means get the Air, but for me it's not good proposition.
Well, I again, and this is where I was come down to. It's like, okay, well, you'd get the Air if it was $599. I don't think you would. That's the argument I make to people.
I would be saying it's great value.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get it, so it's really not that great of a value. Great a value for who?
Well, it is $599. That's really good value.
Right, but you would.
That's cheaper
what I'm saying,
than 17.
Right. Well, let's say it's even. Let's say it's $699. You got the 17 and you got the Air. If that's the case, for you. You would just get the 17. You get the vanilla 17. Right. Yeah. Again, it's what everybody always said. Well, I would buy that Duo, but man, Microsoft wants $14.99. If that were like $8.99, I'd buy a Duo. I'm like, no, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't use the damn thing. Yeah. Here's the thing. If it's a compelling piece of hardware, like for me, the Duo, there was no chance when it came out that I wasn't going to get it. And I was willing to go all in and spend $14.99. Was it worth it? No. Was it a good value proposition? Fuck no. It was terrible value. Even years later, the Duo won. But what's funny is I still have it. Yeah. Years later, I still own it because to me, this is when it came to hardware, this is one of and I know that nobody's going to make a dual screen device ever. This is a unicorn. This and the Duo 2, right? But I knew it was such a cool piece of technology, and I wanted bleeding edge. I was willing to pay for bleeding edge. I wasn't looking for value for money there. 90% of probably people are looking for the best phone they can buy that hits their needs and don't have to overspend, right? Makes sense. But there's the people like me and there's people like you who would be willing to spend a lot of money to get it because it's bleeding edge. Like what's funny is last night I was at a friend's party, for his mom. She turned 70. So I was sitting there and I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking up something, and there was a little one of the persons that was a friend of my basically my sister, essentially, or a person like my sister. She's a lawyer. They were talking, and her daughter was there. She might have been 8 or 9 years old. Real sweet. She was sitting there, and they were all talking, and she was just waiting for her food. And we're sitting there talking, and I just took my phone out and opened it up, and this little girl's face was like, what is that? And I said, it's a phone. She goes, no. That's a tablet. Like I have a tablet. That's what that is. It was hilarious. This little girl's face just like it blew her skull. She was like, holy crap, it was crazy. Right. And that's the reason why you have a device like that, because people don't use it. Plus, it's nice for me.
And the Air would have the same impact, I think, on people.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where it's pretty good. Hold on. So let me see if I can. He sent a picture. I'm gonna see if I can try to pull this up. I don't think I can. He sent it to our Twix. Michael Pepper did. So I'm gonna try to see if I can pull this thing.
I sent you pictures, my ones, didn't I?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw it, but I was curious. Messages, photo. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's. I guess it's just it's white. I guess it's chalk white or.
I don't know why there's two colors that are very similar, and it's like, why did they do both?
It's super thin, man. I think it looks sharp. He's got a little case on it with the MagSafe. I'm telling you, man, I think it looks cool as hell. Like, I'm not a big camera guy. I'm not saying I would, for a person like me. I'm like, hey, I think it's pretty cool. Like, I think at the end of the day, you're probably one of those things where it wouldn't work for you because the camera compromise is clear. If you're a camera person, this is not the play. But I don't know, man. I think for some people, I mean, Jay will seem to think that the front camera, at least the video wise, and I'm curious, the video is probably pretty good for the one lens it has, right? Because I'm assuming it's the same lens that's on the Pro and the other one, right? It's just only one of them. Boy, it's nice. Oh, it's blue. Oh, he did blue. Like, it's hard to tell. I mean, that's the problem is it's the colors on those look to be so darn subtle. I can't really tell.
Yeah,
it looked to me at a glance on this picture, and it's not Michael's fault. It looks white to me.
It's hard to capture. Very hard.
If you're looking at it in person, you could maybe see the blue, but it's hard to capture, which is interesting because the table he's got a picture of it. I'll share it. What the hell? Why not?
Hopefully that's okay, man.
Hopefully that's okay, Mike. Hopefully I'm going to share this one. So I'm going to share. So like, look at this and tell me. So here's right here. See, look at what the table it's on.
Mm-hmm.
That looks to be like a light blue, kind of a sky blue table.
Now I need to ask what,
and it doesn't match. Yeah, I'm curious. Well, he'll let us know. But see what I'm saying is, you can see the blue in the table that it's sitting on. Compared to the phone, it looks white to me. It doesn't look. I mean, I guess the blue is so light.
Like the white balances out a bit. That's why I'm interested to know what you used to take that picture.
But yeah, it looks. I think it looks sharp. I mean, I know, and I even think the one you got. I think the new housing. I think the new design and the aluminum body chassis. I like the 17. Unfortunately, it seems like you've taken some pictures with it. It's not. It's a little rough.
The telephoto's not great. It's good, and I'm sure it'll be great with people in good light. I haven't used Apple Pro RAW before, so I'll have to get into that at some point. I haven't tested it really enough to say, but my initial impression is that the telephoto is not that great, like compared to what some of the phones I've used. Especially in low light.
It was on a blue pillowcase taken with his OnePlus 13. Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. Because, like you say, it looks very white.
Right. It's just, well, I mean, when I looked at it, and then of course I looked down at the pillowcase that's sitting, I'm like, that looks light blue. Lighter than sky blue. It's really like almost like a powder blue. If that's, and then it looked white. So I don't know. I mean, that's it. I think it looks sharp.
Have you seen you probably haven't seen my unboxing of the iPhone, have you?
No, I haven't, like this. Yeah, nothing. Again, I'm telling you, since from Thursday to this show, I literally have not done anything other than work on the Caravan and shopping. I had Tai Chi this morning, getting better at it, by the way. I told you I
I
take
haven't-
Tai Chi, right?
It's not doing well, to be honest. I thought Apple content might do well for once, but
No.
no, it doesn't. But in it, right, I asked the question: should Apple have done black? How do you feel about that? Like,
I guess
some people got a lot
so.
of emotions around it.
My thing would be, and how I feel is no. I think that there should be no white phones and no black phones anymore. There should be gray, titanium. I want colors.
Yeah.
I that's just me. That's a me thing. If you're asking me, hey, and it seems like it's not just a me thing, because if you ever go on like resale sites, any white or black phone, it's pretty decent, right? Any color, like if it's blue or green or orange or yellow, any kind of, especially the more. I remember
more.
HTC U12 had like a really fire red orange color. It was awesome on that phone. And I'm telling you, I saw one guy, he was trying to sell for $100 more, $100 more than what it, just because of the colorway. And I'm like, I don't think that's a bad idea, because they had the blue one. I had a blue one, U12. Actually, you know what's funny is I actually got it in my hands, and I wish I would have kept it, on the Exodus 1. That was the crypto phone.
Oh, okay.
I really wish I would have kept it. It was cool. Like, I didn't do any of the crypto stuff with it. It was basically U12 that just had a bunch of crypto stuff built into it, and I don't know anything about it. I mean, dude, I'm the most knowledgeable human being about cryptocurrency ever. I don't know anything about it. Don't care. But it was cool. I now I can't find it anywhere, but man, I that was a cool, it basically was a U12. That's why I bought it. But I thought it was kind of cool because it was black and said Exodus 1. It was kind of cool. And they did actually make an Exodus 1S, I think. And then it just never went anywhere because HTC went out of business. But I just, like I said, the colors matter. And it seems like when you're doing resells, if you have really more of the colors that are unique, those colors seem to sell better than. And then here's the thing: go to a store, right? If you're just going to buy a phone, like an iPhone, there's almost always white and blacks in stock.
Yeah.
Every single time, whatever it is, you're buying a Galaxy, you're buying a Samsung. I don't care what you're buying. If it's a different color, right? Go on Best Buy and look to see. The only colors they ever have that's in stock, in store, they don't have to ship to you, are usually the most plain colors. Any of their like peony or any of those other wild colors, they're always out of stock. They have to order it and ship it to you in 3 days or 4 days.
Same in the UK.
Yeah. So so clearly people want colors in their phones.
Yeah.
Just quit making white and black. I wish that I wish Apple would have done the product red. I really wish they'd go back to that. It's just a shame.
The thing is, though, Sam, the reason I said about this is because there is a lot of people moaning that Apple didn't do the black. There's a lot of people that want.
Well, of course, because you know what? Apple could shit them a gold brick and then send it to their house. They'd still complain about it. Oh, it's not shiny enough. I got to carry a heavy ass thing around. Dude, who cares? I don't care.
I mean, I put in my video, orange is the new black.
Orange is the new right. There you go. Perfect call. That's it. But like I said, I mean, everybody's going to complain. Nobody's going to be happy no matter what. There's going to be that. But I think, first of all, anybody who's getting the iPhone, that orange is really sharp. I think it's really cool. Would I wish that the Airs would have had better colors? Yeah, I think they would at least a little bit more. Like if they have a blue, it looks blue. Like
the panel, the glass panel is, you probably can't see that.
Right,
well,
it's different. It's not the same color as the frame. That's okay. I like that.
I prefer the shade of orange on the
frame?
aluminium.
Yeah, I do too. But I don't like the contrast. I actually, you know what? One of my favorite colorways is when I had the Pixel 4 XL. I had the orange with the black frame. Love that phone. I love that phone, man. I thought that color was great. That orange, I don't know. To me, honestly, the Pixel
nice orange,
dude, the one they had was really cool. I had the P30 Pro.
Yeah,
it was that pearlescent color.
Wow,
that thing was cool. Like Huawei did some cool colors. Like I said, I liked having those, and I just got a little clear TPU case because there was no way I was going to cover that up with any kind of case. It was such a cool color, and it shifted colors a little bit. Not terrible.
We need to shout out Adam Dowd for plugging our show today on Instagram. So
I checked that out. Yeah, Adam Dowd, again, loved having a chance to meet up with him. He's one of the only creators I actually got to meet in person. And it was, again, a funny thing. Not only was it a really great experience, and Adam's a fantastic person. We just had a great lunch and just kind of chatted about stuff. Not even just about tech, just life in general. But the fact that it was on my 50th birthday, that was kind of special to me. And the fact that Adam was in town and could have just came into town and kind of did his thing, and then kind of left. The fact that he said, "Hey, I'm going to be in St. Louis. I know you live in St. Louis. You want to meet up?" That was amazing. Adam's a fantastic guy and also a great creator. He's going to do a lot of more content. He's doing videos every day. And so today on his Instagram, if you happen to check it out,
he's doing it every day,
doing it every day. Check it out. Unfortunately, my ugly face is polluting his video. You're just going to have to suffer through that for 25 seconds. And if you listen to this show, you're going to hear exactly what I normally say. But it was very nice of him. Like I said,
I love about Adam. I love his sense of humor.
Oh, Adam's a riot. Like, I'm funny. I appreciate, and Adam has just got a really biting, direct sense of humor. He's just, again, one of my favorite people to meet up with. He was a proper chap, totally unassuming, nice guy. It was a great, we spent about an hour or so together, having lunch and just kind of walking and talking stuff. And it was one of the highlights of my tech career. I love him. He's a fantastic human being and a very good writer. And he's a Cubs fan, so I'll have to let that go. And it's whatever, but it's cool. It's a healthy rivalry between the Cubs and the Cardinals. But he's a good dude. So check that out. And thanks to Adam for featuring us on his Instagram. It was very nice of him. He didn't have to do that, and it was very cool. So it was good to see. Anyway, so we're at right about an hour. So
it's so quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's how it always goes, and we always have a good time, and hopefully you'll get some more chances to kind of shake the 17 Pro out and kind of take a look, take some videos, take some photos. Maybe the telephoto's not maybe up to what you like it, but maybe some of the other cameras are, and we're looking forward to seeing how that goes. And if you got an iPhone, maybe we'll talk to Michael, get him on the show.
Terrible. I'm just saying it's not as.
Yeah, I think when it comes to pictures, I think Android, some of those really high end. I think with video, I think is where Apple just pulls ahead. The video is just so much better. And I think Android's manufacturers have gotten closer. And now, to be fair, I haven't seen the stuff from Huawei and Honor and Xiaomi and Vivo and all these other companies, and so I don't know for sure. But Apple's video is just fantastic. It always has been. Yeah, it's really good. And so I understand why a lot of people would use their phones for content creation and videos, because it's class leading. It just is, folks. It's just the way it is.
I love the selfie though, Sam. Do you want me to show you the selfie in action?
Yeah.
So so you can tap the screen.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I've got it the right way. Right now, it's all right. So to fit more in the screen, you can tap this bit here.
Yeah.
More in the screen, and you can tap that to rotate it to either landscape or portrait, which is the main thing. So when you're taking a selfie like this,
right? And Adam showed it. He had 4 pictures. He said, I took 4 pictures with different focal lengths. I did not move the camera.
Yeah.
And they looked like 4 completely different photographs. It was amazing how it looked. It was really cool. The selfie.
I'll be shocked if people don't copy this, because
yeah. Well, of course they are, because first of all, it's a good idea. I can't believe, honestly, I'm surprised that Apple is it doesn't, well, I'm not surprised, but I just can't believe that nobody else thought about what Apple's doing. But yeah, I guarantee you, it might not get into the S26 because that development hardware is probably already way past its cycle. But obviously, and possibly in another phone that a manufacturer is going to do it. You might see it like with OnePlus. They might have like a 13T or like a mid-year release in mid or end of 26. I guarantee by end of 26, whatever's coming out, I'd almost be willing to bet. Especially Chinese manufacturers, because they like to copy Apple pretty quickly. Not from necessarily a hardware perspective, but definitely from an OS perspective, a UI perspective. I'm curious to see, but I think that's sharp. It's for assault. And here's the thing: this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. What keeps Apple in the game with the young people. They take selfies way more than way more than I would. I'm just not a picture taker generally. But they take selfies all the time in every social setting, constantly on YouTube, constantly on Instagram, and their camera hooks directly into Snapchat. It's not taking the picture, and it's actually in the app. They've coded it set. And that's why I think that Apple. That's where I think they keep those people locked in. It's not necessarily ecosystem, maybe for older folks or users, but for younger people. Like, I cannot get Anna away. Anna will not use any Android device, and she
So,
likes Android. She's used Windows Phone too.
Quickly on Snapchat. So the Samsung S range and Pixels have that with Snapchat as well, though.
Right.
'Cause
Okay.
they've shared the API now to.
Yeah, but you know what? Who cares? Nobody cares because it's too late. It's too late.
Maybe.
And it just is. And I'm telling you, it's like especially when you see now that, I mean, if I were Apple, dude, I would tell every person under 25, look what we can do with your selfie camera. We do all this stuff, man. We can do this and that. And forget it. But I mean, like you needed to keep them on the track. They're not getting on the Android track at all. Maybe the Flip does some traction, but that's the people you're seeing that are changing to the Flip and Fold for Samsung from Apple. Those aren't younger people. They're not in like 18, 19, 20. They're probably 30, 35, 28. Okay. They're older folks. Like they're doing it. So, we'll see. But I think that's the selfie cam with that, the way that, I guess, what do they call it? Is there a name for it? It's like rotational or framing or selfie frame or something like that. Center stage. Dude, that if I were Apple, I would tell everybody in the world about center stage and lean completely into that. Because I'm telling you, that's how you're going to get the younger people to keep. They're going to want to upgrade to that because once they see how that goes and how great the selfies look and how their video looks, it's game over. That's just one more thing that Apple's doing that kind of moves the needle. So maybe not hardware, maybe not OS, but man, that center stage is pretty cool. That's a good feature. If you're a selfie taker, that's pretty sweet. That's imagine. So anyways, we're looking forward to seeing more of your shakeout on that and see how that goes. And,
it's coming.
Videos. Check out Screen on Time IG, and also make sure you check out his YouTube channel. Anybody here who hasn't subscribed, make sure you do that. Check that out. And unboxings, reviews, talks about iOS. So he's not just an Android guy, folks.
Well, I'm going to talk.
But you know what? It's a good perspective because you're kind of coming from it from a position of where you don't want to like it and you're not used to it and you're not exposed to it, but you're going to give it. I think you're going to give it a fair shake. Joe will do a good job.
Yeah,
of that, so.
I'm not going to be unfair to it. I'm going to give it its. I've already spoken about some positives on this podcast, so I'm not all negative.
And also, if you need more Joe Hickey in your life, which we all do. Fair. I know I do. And I just listened to it the other day. Go check him out on the phone show chat. Him and Ted just had a show on the 15th, right? They don't have a guest on, which is great. They talked and they riffed a lot about stuff. I listened to the whole show. So if you need another show, to get your Joe Hickey fix in, this might be your chance to go check them out. If you haven't been watching the phone show chat, you should check it out. Him and Ted do a great job. It's a great flow. I love it. Good pace to the show. They're a little longer, which I kind of like. The 60 to 90 minute. I think that's good feedback. That's what we try to do. So if you need some more Joe Hick in your life and you want to listen to him some more, because God forbid, I know you don't want to listen to this shit. Because dude, that's why I do one show. Sometimes I go on the Tech Disruptors and ruin their show. I'm not doing that today. But however, if you want some more Joe Hickey, go check it out. The phone show chat with Ted and Joe. And then also make sure you follow his Screen on Time Instagram file and all the YouTubes. Do all that kind of stuff. Check it out because he is creating content and he would appreciate your love and support because he does a good job.
I would.
Yeah. Me, there's not any fucking chance that's ever happening. So folks, anybody who's thinking I might do an unboxing once in a while if a phone really strikes me and it might be a couple minutes, but for anybody who's ever asked, I appreciate. I don't have any interest in reviewing phones. I don't have any interest in getting to that live for space. It's just not this dude. I can't even follow threads and chat streams and shit, much less. I mean, hell, Joe can tell you there's an Instagram with a bunch of phonies and a couple of other. They'll 700 or 800 messages, and I'll never say nothing. I'll pop in once in a week and say, oh, well, I'll make a comment here and there kind of thing. And that's literally my engagement. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. It's not that I'm just like, oh, I just, plural clutching these young whippersnappers. No, I got shit to do, and I'm just not online very much. So, but Joe is, and he's a lot more fun to listen to. So go listen to him. And he's better looking. I mean, it's just it works all the way. He's better looking, says better stuff. Him and Ted do a great show. He's got his own YouTube channel reviewing shit. Go, just do yourself a favor. Go. Me, you'll have to sit through my bullshit for an hour, and that's all you gotta do. Then you don't have to hear from me ever again. So it's just kind of nice. So
no, you do. You have to tune back in next week.
Yeah, you got to come back next week. I'm saying 1 hour a week. It's kind of like that Tai Chi class. It's one a week. Just practice, listen to it. It's all good. So anyway, also to Arsenal drew today against Man City, which is pretty cool. 1-1. Yeah, I mean, it's not a great. You'd like to win, but at least you get your fucking doors blown off. That was kind of cool.
I think the current squad Arsenal have at home, and the team that Man City have at the moment, we should have got nothing short of 3 points. But 1 point's fine. It's okay. We didn't deserve 3 points really today, but they certainly didn't either. But yeah,
Right.
disappointing, really.
Yeah. But yeah, they pushed, so it's 1-1. It's a draw. It's okay. But anyways, hopefully next week they do well. But anyways, like I said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much for listening, for downloading, sharing, and tell all your friends and family. Again, if you got a neighbor you don't like, just put a speaker outside, put this on the table. I guarantee you he will go inside and probably send a bad letter to your HOA saying you're an asshole. That's fair. And you know what? You're welcome. And you did do it for free. Yeah, if you need a little bit more annoying audio, you call me and let me know, and I'll send all sorts of crazy shit over, right? It'll be like 10-minute rants. It'll be awesome, right? They'll want to hate my life. But anyway, so like I said, Joe, anything else that you want to cover before we get out of here for the day? Or I think
I think we're good. I'm really knackered. I went to a 40th birthday party last night, so
I was out, but I didn't stay out late because I'm old and we dipped about like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But if you were probably up having a couple pints and enjoying yourself, and also that was a 40th birthday party, so it's probably for a chap or mate. I get it.
Yeah.
I wasn't out that late. I just, I was up early this morning. So, but Joe's knackered, whatever that means. I guess it's British for tired. Who knows? Sure. It's cool. What was the name of the guitar player?
Buskin.
Buskin. I got to remember. I got to write that down because that's pretty cool. I never heard it referred to that. Busker. I never heard it referred to that way. They're just like, I don't know what they call them. They just basically, Busker. Cool. I got to write that down. I'll save that and use it for later. So again, for myself, for Joe, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday. We might have Michael Pepper on. He'll have the show on. We'll reach out to him, see if he wants to talk about the iPhone Air or whatever stuff he's got going on. I think that's a good time, and we'll reach out to him. If not, it will just be us, and that's okay too. And for myself and for Joe, thank you so much for tuning in. Check out the Tech Disruptors that's going on right now. Also, check out Phone Show Chat every fortnight. That's 2 weeks for people who don't know what a fortnight is. And then and we'll be back next Sunday. All right. For myself, for Joe, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Right. Share some love, share some fun, and don't be a dick.
Don't.
And skin your shit. It's studentskins.co.uk. You don't like the black phone. You don't like the white phone. You don't even like the blue phone. Cool. Skin your shit. Protects it. Gives you a little colorway. They always got deals. Buy one, get ones. Check them out. Send them your way. # skin your shit or SYS. And we'll be back next Sunday on the Nomad Tech Project with Sam and Joe. Until then, take care, guys. Love you. See ya.
Love you. Bye.